behalf of our chairperson, Ms. Ritusha, I, Prachi Trivedi Shah, Honorary Secretary, Flow Hyderabad Chapter, would like to welcome you all to a much-needed session, Revolutionize Your Workout, with celebrity fitness expert, Ms. YASMIN Karachiwala. Could I kindly request everyone to please put your phones on silent and rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
It is an honor to request Flow Chairperson, Ms. Ritusha, our guest today, Ms. YASMIN Karachiwala. Through the vision of sustained her ability, Flow Hyderabad Chapter has worked diligently to transform the power of women's voices into forward-thinking economic initiatives by changing perceptions and influencing policies. Our collective goal has been to foster and encourage entrepreneurial and professional mindset by facilitating networking, education, and training sessions. Let us take a look at the months gone by and the impact that we have created together. Could I have the video, please? Kayla Itzinas had said, fitness is a lifestyle. It's not about being perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, That's where transformation happens. That's how change occurs. Fitness is not just a trend, it's a way of life. It goes beyond the walls of gyms and fitness studios. It extends into our choices, our habits, and our mindsets. Our session today, Revolutionize Your Workout with fitness expert Ms. YASMIN Karachiwala, is crucial for unlocking your full potential and achieving your optimal results. With the adaptability to changing circumstances and a focus on a holistic approach to fitness, a fitness guru's guidance plays a pivotal role in ultimately enhancing your commitment for a healthier lifestyle. I now call upon Ms. Mansi Vupula, EC Head of the Education Team, to kindly introduce our guest.
Thank you, Prachi. A fitness expert with more than 30 years of experience in the fitness industry and a pioneer of Pilates physical fitness system in India, YASMIN Karachiwala has earned the reputation of being the #1 celebrity trainer, with her clientele enlisting the creme de la creme of Bollywood, like Katrina Kaif, Deepika Padukone, Alia Bhatt, Preeti Zinta, Bipasha Basu, Nora Fateh, Wani Kabir, Sophie Chaudhary, and Ananya Pandey, to name a few. She can aptly be called the soul and the life force behind many of her clients, as she motivates them to be consistent in their fitness regime and advises them to adopt the right lifestyle for a healthier and happier life. Apart from her own personal fitness studio, Yasmin's Body Image Private Limited in Western Mumbai, Bandra, she also manages franchisees at South Mumbai, Dubai, Dhaka, Gurgaon, Indore, and Delhi. Flow Hyderabad welcomes YASMIN Karachiwala.
Thank you, Mansi. It is with immense pleasure that I now invite our chairperson, Ms. Ritu Shah, and our guest, Ms. YASMIN Karachiwala, on the dais for felicitation. I now invite our chairperson, Ms. Ritu Shah, to address the gathering.
Good afternoon, ladies, members of Flow, and honored guests. I would like to begin today's session with an announcement about our upcoming Flow Hyderabad Business Awards. Our annual Business Awards stand as a testament to the indomitable spirit of women entrepreneurs, echoing the profound commitment of FICCI Flow's mission to empower and celebrate achievements of women in the business arena. Since inception, Flow has been at the forefront of championing women's in business, profession, and leadership. As we approach the prestigious event scheduled for 7 January 2024, please save the date, we extend an invitation to women-owned and women-run enterprise in Telangana to step into the spotlight. Whether in the realms of social enterprise, sustainability, education, manufacturing, healthcare, wellness and aesthetics, innovation and technology, art and culture, or service industry, Business Awards is a platform to showcase your dedication, leadership, and unwavering commitment to excellence. Can we have the video, please? We cannot stress the importance of applying to be a part of this transformative celebration and let your business story shine. We strongly encourage you to apply or nominate inspirational women entrepreneurs among your friends and family and let the remarkable journey be acknowledged and celebrated. Shifting gears from the pursuit to professional excellence, we now move to personal well being in today's session. Strength is not just about lifting weights, it's about lifting yourself, pushing through challenges, and embracing the power within. Fitness is not a destination, it's a journey of self discovery and resilience. Today, our program, Revolutionize Your Workout, aims to inspire and guide all of us towards better health, fitness, and overall well being. We are delighted to welcome our remarkable guest, Ms. YASMIN Karachiwala, a true icon in the Bollywood fitness scene with a stellar 22-year career. At Flow, we believe in empowering women through all aspects of life, and health and fitness are foundational. Yasmin's journey and achievements resonate with our ethos, challenging norms, pushing boundaries, and pursuing excellence with dedication. Her work aligns perfectly with our objectives of promoting professional and entrepreneurial development and personal growth among women. So let us dive into this session enthusiastically. With an open mind, let us learn from Yasmin's vast experiences and insights and apply these learnings not just to our fitness routines but to our lives as a whole. Yasmin, we are honored to have you with us today. Your journey inspires us, and your expertise is valuable in our quest for empowerment and excellence. In the dance of life, make fitness your eternal partner and watch as strength becomes your signature move. Thank you so much.
It is a privilege to invite Ms. Yasmin Karachiwala to address the gathering and our chairperson, Ms. Ritu Shah, to take the session forward.
Good afternoon. Did you guys eat lunch? Your hair was very thanda. Hi everyone. How are you guys feeling today? Okay, shall we take a moment to just stand before we start sitting? Since everyone's been talking and we've been sitting for so long, I like to get everyone to just stretch their legs, and doesn't that feel good? Just moving your legs, and let's just march in place for 30 seconds. Right, so just move your chairs and let's just march in place and breathe. That's the most important thing, right? 15 seconds more and breathe. Only when I say breathe, you're like actually breathing, right? Otherwise, everyone's like, now what is she going to make us do? Last 5 seconds. Okay, let's move side to side. Okay, 30 seconds. It's okay, I'm also wearing heels like most of you. And those who aren't, that's even better. They can probably jump for us, right? Breathe. 10 more seconds. Okay, let's just move our shoulders back, right? Just roll your shoulders back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's roll the shoulders forward only for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's just look. Everyone look to your right and to your left and to your right and to your left and right and left. Last one, right and left. And take a deep inhale and exhale and deep inhale and exhale and sit down. Okay, it's a little bit of movement, right? How do you feel after this 2 minutes of movement? Anyone who didn't feel good? Anyone, you can be honest. We're not going to penalize you. Anyone who didn't feel good? Did all of you feel good? Okay. So if 2 minutes made you feel good, imagine how good 20 minutes will make you feel, right? And when we hear the word let's exercise, what is our first reaction? How many of you exercise regularly? Wow, that's great. How many of you don't exercise regularly? Okay. Even those who exercise regularly, do you like say, oh my God, I want to go exercise today? Or is your reaction more like, I have to get my workout in, right? So we say that because we're always setting the bar of our exercise to a limit that we feel exhausted before we even get there, right? Before we even get to the gym, you know you're going to be tired after exercising. So, what I like to tell people is set realistic goals when you start out. When you are going to exercise, think of things that you're going to love about the exercise that you're going to do, right? Because when you go with the mindset that, oh my God, I want to go exercise, how many of you say, I want to go exercise, I'm so excited? That's amazing. How many of you say, oh God, I have to exercise? Right? So we have an equal number, and we have some hands that are not going up at all. So I don't know which category they fall in. But maybe, how many of you want to eat? Everybody's hands are going to go up, right? So I just feel like in my over 30 years of career, one thing I notice is that people set goals that are unrealistic when they're starting out. And that's the one thing I make people realize is set realistic goals. Find what you enjoy to do, because doing what you enjoy doing can become a lifestyle, and doing what you don't enjoy feels like a burden. Do you agree? Right? We all have kids because we love kids. Some of us don't want kids, so we don't have kids. The same way we want to exercise because we like something about what we're doing during working out. Besides the fact that after you finish your workout, you feel good nevertheless. Why? Because you release endorphins, and endorphins are your feel good hormones, and we know all that. I'm going to read something to you from my book, and I want you to identify which one you are. Okay? And this is really interesting, and please be honest. The steadfasts. Okay? So in my book, I say increase the want factor. I want to exercise, right? Finding your fitness happiness. When do you find your fitness happiness? When you want to do something. When you are going to do a kind of workout that you enjoy doing. Before we do that, do you mind if I stand and talk? Okay. I like to move around. So before we do, are you okay with the camera if I'm moving around? Or should I just stand here? No, it's okay. Yeah. No, I can stand here also. Or, okay, you. Okay. So, first you need to identify what kind of fitness personality you are. Did you know that you have fitness personalities? Okay, so today I'm going to tell you about the different fitness personalities, and I want you to identify with the fitness personality. The first one is the steadfasts. Okay, the steadfasts are those who like to do what is required of their workouts. How many steadfasts? Like, I need to go do my legs and shoulders. I need to work my biceps and back. I need to do my chest and tricep. 3 days a week is when I need to go to the gym. And this is what I'm going to do. And, I know my routine by heart. I'm going to go into the gym. I'm going to use that machine. I'm going to do exactly 10 reps or 15 reps. Finish it in this much time. Do my cardio and come back. How many people do that? Okay, so y'all are the steadfast. And then I'll tell you my suggestion for the different workout personalities, right, to make it a little more interesting for each one of you. And then you have the overachievers. The overachievers are the people who like to live in the gym, right? They don't want to leave. They saw somebody doing a handstand, they want to try the handstand. They saw someone doing a one-hand push-up, they want to try the one-hand push-up. They want to try the pull-up. They want to do whatever it takes. They don't want to leave. How many overachievers do we have? Okay, none. The dreamers, okay? The dreamers are the ones that want that body, that are dreaming of that body, but don't want to right? Everyone wants to look like Katrina Kaif in Chikni Chameli, or everyone wants to look like Deepika Padukone in Pathan, right? And I want that body, but do I want to work for that body? Not as hard, little bit. Maybe once a week and I can achieve that, right? They want a six-pack abs, they want six-pack abs, but don't want to diet or don't want to work for it. They think, okay, if I do 1,000 crunches, I'll get the six-pack abs and then I can eat a samosa. How many of the dreamers do we have once more? Woohoo! Okay, then we have the big dippers. These people dip into everything from Zumba to Pilates to yoga to boxing. They need constant stimulation and regular shake-ups in their schedule, right? Because they've heard the Zumba class is great, they go there, they get bored after 2 classes, then they want to go to a yoga class and do the yoga, but oh, yoga is so boring, it's only breathing. So let me go try Pilates, because Alia Bhatt said she loves Pilates, so let me go to Pilates. Oh no, Pilates is too tough. Okay, let me go try boxing, because Vani Kapoor was doing boxing in something. How many dippers do we have? Wow. Put your hand up. There's no shame. We're not judging here. We're just discussing, right? Then you have the sports hobbyists who love playing sports, right? So they're either doing tennis 3 times a week, or they're doing paddleball, or they're doing golfing. How many sports hobbyists do we have? Nice. Groupies. Do you know what groupies is? What is groupies? Anyone? They want to work out in groups. Have you been to a walking park and you see this whole bunch of ladies who are discussing what happened with the maid and what happened with the kids and what happened with the mother-in-law, and you know, my husband did this, and they're only talking and walking, and the walk is hardly walking because they're literally strolling in groups, or they're all going to a Zumba class together, or they're all doing Bollywood dancing together. How many groupies do we have? Put your hand up, yeah? You can be, if dippers can say they're dippers and dreamers can say they're dreamers, groupies can say, and nothing is bad. We're not judging. And then you have the goalies. What are the goalies? Christmas is coming up. I want to wear that dress. Let me go to the gym. In December, work out really hard. Oh my God, for New Year's, I got this backless dress. So let me work out only for New Year's, not eat for a month, because I want to fit into that dress, right? How many goalies do we have? Very few goalies. You're everything. You put your hand up for everything. And then, of course, you have the walkers who are walking morning, walking evening, walking afternoon, walking. I exercise, I walk. I'm walking, and doesn't mean they're groupie walking. They're just walking everywhere. How many walkers do we have? Good. And then we have the reluctance. Husband wants you to work out, so you work out. Mother wants you to work out, so you work out. Children don't really want you to work out that much, but like somebody, you're working out for somebody else, right? And they're forcing you to work out. And that used to be my kids when they were growing up. Because I used to tell them, I'm not giving you dinner until you have an hour of physical activity in your day and they would be like, okay, mom. So how many reluctance do we have? Not bad. Okay. So, and the time poor. Who are the time poor? Who have no time to work out. How many time poor do we have? They don't have time because they have to go to kiddie parties in the afternoon, they have to go to weddings in the night, they have to cook for their mother-in-laws, they have to go pick up their kids from school. The children are unhappy if they're not home when they come home from school. How many time poor do we have? Okay, so the book was actually written for the time poor, right? But, so let's go back to the steadfast. So for all the steadfast, my advice to you is that change your workout. Don't do the same workout because our bodies are like machines. And if we work them the same way, it's not going to show results. So if you go to the gym every day for the last 10 years doing the same workout and wondering why you're not seeing any results, it's because you're not shaking it up. So you need to shake it up. For the overachievers, I'm sure you know what the advice would be. Please set realistic targets and goals, and you don't need to live in the gym, because if you live in the gym, your body doesn't get made overnight. Right? For the dreamers, wake up. You need to put the work in to see the results, right? You can't put a vessel on the stove and put water and think it'll turn into dal, right? You have to do the work. You have to put in the dal, you have to put in the masalas, you have to boil it, you have to strain it, you have to go through all that motion. It's not going to happen by itself, and the same way, your bodies are not going to do the work if you're not putting it in. For the big dippers, how many were the big dippers? Okay. For the big dippers, I recommend a studio class with varying workouts. So find something that has everything under one roof, and it's fine. And you can also decide that, okay, every Monday I want to do yoga, Tuesdays I want to do Zumba, Thursdays I want to do Pilates, Friday I want to do kickboxing. So choose a varied number of workouts. Don't join one class for a month, because you're definitely going to walk out of that class and pay them money and not utilize it. For the sports hobbyists, I suggest doing Pilates, because Pilates helps you with any sport that you do, and it makes you better at your sport. For the groupies, I would suggest to focus more on the workout and not on the talking. Not on the vocal workout, on the physical workout, right? So whatever you're doing, chat after the class. Don't go to a class and do, mother-in-law did this, and my children were coming from school and the maid left me. I think that's how many of you have little kids? Isn't the maid the most important person in your life? Yeah, the most important. Okay, the goalies set realistic goals, achievable goals, small goals that make bigger ones. For the walkers, change your route. Don't walk the same route every day. It's great to walk, but sometimes walk hills. So you go up and down, so you're giving your body different kind of resistance, and you're not doing the same path every day, because again, our bodies are machines and they get used to it. For the reluctance, when you exercise, you find happiness, right? So don't exercise for someone else, exercise for yourself. You don't need to exercise for an hour. You can exercise for 10 minutes and enjoy what it does to your body and your mind and your spirit, and then you're going to add on more to it, right? And for the time poor, please go buy my book right now after my session. So yeah, that was just a little bit of telling you about the different kinds of personalities we have, and it really makes a difference when we identify what our personality is, and we want to make it better, right? We want to change it a little bit to give us more effect of what we're putting in, right? I have a very simple way of remembering my fitness goals, which I want to share with you. You may agree with them and you can say yes, and you may not agree with some of them, but I think for me, they're all important. In my 30 years of experience, I've realized for each one of them, and I call it the smash and goals, okay? Like a smash with an N. So the first one is sleep. How many of you sleep 7 hours or more a night? That's amazing. And don't you feel refreshed? How many of you sleep less than 6 hours a night? And don't you feel tired throughout the day? No? You sleep less than? Have you tried 7 hours of sleep and seen the difference between less and? So your body also gets used to you not giving it what it requires, right? Like I said, our body's a machine. For many years, I used to sleep for 5.5 hours, and I was okay with it. Till I made myself sleep for 7.5 hours now, and I realized the kind of energy I have through the day than when I was sleeping for 5.5 hours. I can also function on 2 hours of sleep, but it's the quality of your day. And you have to realize that if you do it over a prolonged period of time, your body is going to tell you. Your eyes are going to get dark circles. Your face is going to look dehydrated, right? You will be putting on weight which you won't be able to lose, because sleep is really important for our metabolism as well. So yes, we can all function on 5 hours of sleep, because like I said, our bodies will allow us to do it until there comes a time when our body breaks down, and then comes the problems, right? Because once your body breaks down, I'll tell you a really interesting thing I learned when my dad had cancer and we had to take him for treatment. My brother and I decided that we wanted to take him for a non-invasive, treatment pattern. And the doctor there told us that your body is like a fortress, right? And you have these different gates which are entering the fortress, which are guarded by guards. And the immunity is what that is your gates of your fortress. Your body is the fortress, and you have these gates, which is your immunity. And when your immunity is low, when the fortress, one of the gates has less guards there, or maybe they don't have enough security, or, that is when the diseases enter our body. That is when the enemy enters our body. And so one of the main guards of your body is your sleep. And you need to really take care of your sleep, which is really, really important. It's not undervalued. Don't undervalue it. It's really, really great. The next thing in smashing is movement, right? And movement is, we evolved from the apes. We evolved from the animals, right? And we were meant to move. But with our lifestyle, which has become so sedentary, and that's why people like me make money, because you have to come pay me to work out, right? So I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying that we need to move. And that's the reason I made you all get up in the beginning, just to move a little, sit down. It was 2 minutes of movement. But all those who might have been falling asleep, because after you eat, the maximum energy goes into digestion, and the best digest is to rest. So our body goes into that, that mode. And movement is really, really important. Even if it's 10 minutes a day. I'm not saying 10 minutes a day will get you the body of your dreams, okay, or the goal that you've set out, but at least 10 minutes of day of movement is better than 0. A is attitude. How many of you will start your workout on the 1st of Jan or 2nd of Jan in the new year, right? How many of you don't work out? If I tell you, let's start working out tomorrow, today, what will you say? December's already there. Let's finish December. I have to go for 4 weddings this week. How am I going to find time to work out? I'll start in Jan, right? So your attitude, but imagine if you work out now, before Jan, when you reach Jan with all your weddings that you're going through, if you have some kind of physical activity happening with your wedding, all those calories are not going to stay on you. You're going to shed some of them, right, already. So when you reach Jan, you're not going to be the worst version of yourself. You would have already been working out. You can just continue where you stopped, maybe for 2-3 days of New Year's, or the 1 week that you traveled and you didn't work out, right? So attitude, when people tell me, I'll start on Monday, I'll start next month, and I'm like, why? Let's start today. Don't go every day. Go once a week. Do something once a week. But don't wait for something to start, right? See the glass half full, not half empty. And then we come to the second S, which is strength training. Really, really, really important, especially for women. Every decade, we lose bone density. Every decade, we lose bone density. Muscles support your bones. Building muscles for women especially is extremely important. And by building muscles, I don't mean go lift heavy weights or work out like a Salman Khan. I just mean strength training for yourself, which I'm going to show you very soon. Simple exercises that you can do. You can do 10 squats a day, working your leg muscles. You can do 10 wall push-ups, you're working your chest muscles. Right? Strength training, anything that works your muscle is strength training, and your older body will thank you for it. Right? H. Can anyone guess what H is? Hydration, yes. How many of you forget to drink water? You put your hand up for everything, yeah? How many of you forget to drink water? How many of you don't like the taste of water? Did you know that water has no taste? It's meant to be tasteless. I like that. Some people are actually remembering and drink. Okay, how many of you have smartphones? Not everyone? Come on, I want to see all the hands. What is the feature of a smartphone besides the camera? Reminders. And you can do multiple reminders. So for everyone who forgets to drink water, put multiple reminders in the day to remind you to drink water. Okay, the kids these days walk around with 2-liter bottles. How many of your kids walk around with 2-liter bottles? Yeah, which tells you, or how many of you walk around with 1 liter or 2 liter, which has marks? Drink, this time, right? The same way, your phone can remind you, because it's not really practical to carry a 2-liter bottle everywhere you're going, right? Instead of your handbag, now you'll be carrying 2-liter bottles. And for those of you who don't like the taste of water, what can we do? Put an orange slice in your water. Put a celery in your water, put a cucumber in your water, and your water has some flavor, right? Don't put mango in your water or chiku. Right? Try to put something citrusy or a fruit or a vegetable that's going to give you the hydration, is detoxifying. And the N of my smash-in. So we did S, which was sleep. We did M, which was movement. We did A, which was attitude. We did S, which was strength training. We did H, which was hydration. And we come to the N, which is nutrition. Right? How many of you are smart? Not everyone? Not everyone? Put your hands up. How many of you eat smart? Eat smart? Can someone tell me what eat smart means? Seasonal fruits and vegetables, great color, salads. I would say 5 meals. Some people like 3 meals a day. It just depends on your rhythm, what works for you. So for some people, 5 small meals work. For some people, 3 meals work, and that's fine, right? Sugar. Not having sugar. Sugar is our biggest enemy, right? So for all those who said they eat smart, do you eat sugar? How many people don't eat sugar? Wow, like zero. Like no refined sugar. That's great. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yeah. So sugar is your biggest enemy, right? It's the thing that weakens your immunity. It's the thing that weakens the gates, the entry to your fortress, right? Because sugar is, when you go for a PET scan, they inject you with something. I mean, you've seen people who go for PET scans somewhere in your life, and they inject you something, and then you have to wait. What they're injecting you is a sugar syrup, serum, whatever, which tells your cancer cells it's time to party. And those are the images that are caught in your PET scan of the cancer. So basically, sugar feeds cancer. Sugar feeds most of your diseases, right? Even a cold or a cough, if you have sugar, you realize you're coughing more, anything sugary. So if I had to give you one advice today, it would be in nutrition. It would be, do not eat refined sugar. Stay away from refined sugar is the one advice I would give everyone. The one advice of exercise that I would give everyone is find some time in your day to move, right? It's really, really important for all of us to move, even if it's 10 minutes a day. And that's the reason I wrote the book, because I found that during lockdown, everyone was exercising. Everyone had a lot of time. People were at their fit. How many of you were at your fittest best in lockdown? Because there was so much time. And when the world went back to being the way it is, the crazy world, we all are struggling with time, right? And I just realized that if I could get people to remove 10 minutes of their day, it would make such a big difference to their life. And the 10 minutes workouts that are there have a modified window as well for people who don't work out. So everything in the exercise is made easier. And I always believe you don't have to go for the best exercise or the most difficult or challenging exercise. Even if you do simple exercises, it's still going to make a difference. And on that note, let's all stand up. If you're wearing heels, remove your heels and just stand in front of your chair. I just want to show you a little snippet of exercises that you can do on your chair, which will give you movement, right? So stand in front of your chair with your feet hip width apart, shoulder width apart, your toes slightly turned out, and sit at the edge of your chair. Walk your feet forward so that your feet are under your knees. You're sitting at the edge. Don't sit completely on your chair. And from there, use your core and stand up. And go down, touch, and up. And 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 down, touch, and up. Now don't touch, just go almost like you're pecking the chair and up. 1, 2, don't let your knees go inwards. 3, don't touch the chair. 4, and the last one, 5. Do you feel that burn in your leg muscles? We've just done 10 squats. And 5 of them were sitting on the chair, right? Next, let's go ahead and sit on the chair. At the edge, get your hands just outside your butt. Hold the chair, both hands. Right? Walk your legs forward and take your butt off the chair. Now bend your elbows and straighten. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, knees apart, 8, 9, and 10. Did you feel your tricep muscles? Okay, let's get our hands out to the side, don't hit anyone. So stagger yourself back and front. You sit at the back, I'll sit in front. Okay, from here, let's circle arms in one direction. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, push front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, come on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, don't move your whole body. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, elbows straight. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Last one, down. Come on, why have you stopped? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? 3 exercises. How do you guys feel? And those are strength training exercises. We worked our legs, we worked our triceps, and we worked our shoulders. Simple, easy, doable anywhere you are. All it takes is a little bit of thought on what can I do if I'm sitting here and I've not had the full day to do any kind of movement. Let me just sit on my chair and do some movement. Okay? All right, shall we? You have questions for me.
Hello, hello. I think so. Let's give a big round of applause for Yasmin. Yasmin, we really would like to know what inspired you to pursue a career in fitness.
Actually, I never planned to have a career in fitness. I was one of the laziest people growing up. And if you read my introduction in the book, it's mentioned that I never exercised. I hated doing any form of movement. If I was told to do something, I would find excuses not to do it. Until in my teens, my best friend started dating a boy, and she wanted to look good and forced me to join a health club with her because there was a great offer, 2 for the price of 1, and I was the 2 who had to join because of peer pressure of, if you're my best friend, you can do this for me if you love me. And so I reluctantly went into the health club, and I had no clue what I wanted to do. She knew exactly what she wanted to do because she was dating the boy. And so I've gone into this room, and I saw some people doing this little dance called aerobics. And I said, oh, this is great. I'm a great dancer. At 18, I thought I was a fantastic dancer. I went into the class and realized I had no coordination skills. When the class was I was going left. When they were doing some knee ups, I was doing kicks. I was so embarrassed. Got the dirtiest looks from people in the class. And I had this habit of going and standing right in front. So I was right in front of the class doing rubbish. Like literally, it was embarrassing at the end of the class. I was so embarrassed that I kept going back to the class to learn how to do stuff that everyone else was doing so effortlessly. And one day the instructor was sick. She called me and she said, "Can you teach my class?" And I was like, "What do you mean teach your class? I don't know how to teach." And she said, "Oh, just go and play the cassette that's lying and do whatever comes to your mind." So I said, "Okay." I went. I think the one thing I had a lot of when I was growing up was confidence, fake confidence, because I thought I was good at whatever I did. And I went and I played the cassette, and to my surprise, and more so to the whole class's surprise, I kind of remembered everything that she was teaching. I could do everything and also instruct the class because subconsciously I knew how she was instructing, and the class was surprised that this duffer, who was me, could now teach them, and as was I. And then the teacher said, "Why don't you teach my afternoon class? Because, I'm pregnant and I can't do it anymore. I can't work so many hours." And I said, "Great." She said, "I'll give you some money." I was like, "Okay, money sounds good." So I started teaching. I think I got like some 400 rupees a month or something in those days. Very happy with myself that I was making some money in college. And yeah, that's how it started. And when I completed college, I was going to the US on an exchange program. And the same teacher said, "Why don't you go get certified? Because, you have a flair for fitness." Yeah, I was 21. Went to the US. I said, "How difficult can it be without knowing anything?" I taught a class. But it was like the most difficult thing, the second most difficult thing I learned in my life. I had to know all the muscles, where they inserted, how they worked, how you stretched a muscle, how you contracted a muscle. My first exam I failed because it required 80% or 85%, I don't remember back then, was the passing, and I got 75. And so I had to redo the exam after a couple of months, and yeah, that's how it started.
Quite early, 21 years is quite early. Yeah. So good to know that. Yasmin, how do you integrate mental well-being with physical fitness of your training program? Or, what role does mindfulness play in achieving one's fitness goals?
How do I integrate mindfulness in my training program is through breath. Like you notice when we first started out, I kept saying breathe and breathe, because when we're doing something physically active, we forget to breathe. That's the reason in Pilates, we count breath at every rep. So we don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. We count inhale, exhale, inhale. We're constantly telling our clients to breathe because the breath calms the mind. And so if you're doing a form of exercise with mindfulness, with breath, with the movements being correct, movements that nourish your body rather than break your body, your mind body automatically comes into play. Yeah, it synchronizes. And like I said, when you exercise, you release a hormone called endorphins, which is your feel good hormone. So after a session of exercise, you don't have a choice but to feel good, and it calms your mind and it reduces your stress.
Okay, got it. So, how do you approach the challenges of the most important thing is how do you stay motivated? So, maintaining that motivation and consistency in fitness routines, especially during difficult times, times like pandemic or something. So, how do you maintain that motivation and consistency in your workouts?
Like I said,
Like,
if
we
you
would like to know,
enjoy,
all our members would like to
yeah,
know
if
that.
you enjoy what you're doing, you don't need, I mean, that is your motivation enough, right? Because you're enjoying it, you're looking forward to doing what you're doing. Pandemic was very easy. We had nothing to do. So everyone was focusing on fitness. Everyone was watching YouTube. I was going live 3 times a week from my Instagram and Facebook handles to get people to work out in their homes with me because it was the easiest to reach people. And I used to have hundreds of thousands of people joining me for workouts because A, it was online, B, everyone was home, so it was accessible, and C, it was free. So, yeah. So it was, and even in pandemic, I used to make the workouts. So for me, the way you can motivate yourself is not form a routine that's monotonous. Change the workout. So I came up with an alphabet workout. I came up with a flip a coin workout. I came up with ascending, descending. I came out with a lot of workouts which had very interesting and catchy names. And it used to get people to just try them out. It was Pilates HIT or HIT meets Pilates or I can't even remember, a ladder workout. You know, so I used to give my workouts names, which would be the first attractive point for people to do. And then I would make the workouts interesting and different from the last workout. So it kept interest going. People were constantly looking forward to what's going to come next. And guys, you can find it all on YouTube. My YouTube channel has a playlist which says, I think it says pandemic workouts or lockdown workouts or something like that. So, and it has all these workouts there.
I think so, yeah, the names itself are so interesting, so I'm sure the exercise also would be very interesting. Yasmin, we would like to know, how do you tailor fitness programs to cater to diverse needs of different individuals, considering factors like age, body type, lifestyle? So how do you customize the programs?
Exactly on those factors, age, body type, lifestyle. So when we get clients coming in, we find out what their age is, what their body type is, what are the challenges they have, if they have any injuries, what are the goals they want to achieve, and then we tailor the program accordingly.
What are the common misconceptions you feel are attached to fitness levels or fitness regimes or exercising? A few misconceptions.
One is you need to sweat to burn calories when you work out, whereas sweat has nothing to do with burning calories. Sweat is just your body's way of regulating its temperature when you're working out. So it's letting out water from your body, and you need to drink the water. So a lot of people don't drink water when they work out because they think they'll put on weight, but your body needs the hydration because you're dehydrating it by sweating. So it has nothing to do. Women cannot weight train, but I think that myth is now very old. It started when I used to work out, when I first started 30 years ago, when people thought women don't need to weight train. But today science has shown that women need to weight train more than men because we don't have the quality of muscle that men have, because we don't do menial work, right? And we need the muscle to support our bone because every decade we lose bone density. So I think it's very, very important for women to work out.
Can you highlight a few unconventional or lesser known exercises that you find particularly very effective?
Lunge. A lot of people don't like to lunge. A lot of people with bad knees don't lunge because they think their knees, but there are different kinds of lunge. So with people, how many of you have knee problems? Okay. Do you find lunges hurt your knee? Have you tried reverse lunging? So what happens is, when you have a knee problem and you're going forward, you're putting all your weight on the forward knee. And if that knee is anyway bad, it's going to take the pressure and you're going to feel pain. But if you're going to lunge back, you're not putting that much pressure on any of your knees, and at the same time you are strengthening your leg muscles. And lunging is very important because how many times do we do this to pick up something, right? All of us bend to pick up. What are we doing? We're lunging. So lunge is a very, very functional exercise that's required by everyone. How many of you get knee pain when you squat? What are you doing 100 times a day? You're sitting, right? What is sitting? It's a squat. So it's nicer to train your body to do a squat in a controlled environment so that when you're doing it day to day without thought, it comes naturally to your body. Your body's already learned the movement, right? The same way when we pick something up from the floor, we bend this way. What happens? You're taking your lower back. When you learn to squat, you'll bend this way, right? Normally, you're not going to think of picking up something from the floor like this because your body's not trained to do that. You'll want to go like this to pick it up and then develop another problem, which is back. So I think a squat is a really important exercise for everyone to do, and the best way to learn to do a squat is every time you're going to sit on a chair, do 5 and then sit. Do 5 reps, sit. I'm not even saying 10, I'm just 5 because 5 sounds better than 10. It's a single digit. Do 2. Every time you're going to sit, do 1 and then sit. Don't just sit on a chair. Train your body to squat. When you're squatting, make sure your knees don't go this way. Right? I saw a lot of the knees today going this. It's important to turn your toes out so that the knees go out as well.
Diet is very important when you're exercising. Okay, so diet and exercise for people who want to lose weight. So someone who works out but isn't able to diet or vice versa. So, diet and exercise, we would like you to, throw some light on that.
So firstly, let's throw the word diet out of the window. Because the moment you say diet, it's restricting you from eating stuff. But if you say change your nutrition pattern or eat nutritious food or think about what you eat, mindfully eat, right? It sounds so much more positive to our mind and accepting than when we say diet. So like I said, the one thing if I had to tell you all to give up would be sugar, right? And it's when you think, when I give you a reference to why sugar, like I just did, it being poison to your body, then it makes more sense. You might eat it, but every time you're going to eat it, you're going to think of the damage sugar is going to do to your body, and you'll probably eat less. So once you know why food is bad, it automatically sends your brain a signal saying this is bad, do I still want to go ahead and eat it? Then it's a choice you're making because of the taste buds and not because of your health reasons. The same way, if you look at fried food, we all know, how many people think fried food is good for your body? It's good for your taste buds, right? What is that word? A second on the lips, a lifetime on the hips. Yeah. Right? So we all know, besides just the weight, fried food has so much oil in it. Our body doesn't require that oil. So it's knowing things and relating it to the food, and every time you're picking it up, don't stop. Take a bite. But know what it's doing to your body. And I think that is the game changer. When you know what harm food that's not meant to be had does to your body.
So I think so today's session, I have the biggest take back because every day I put 2 spoons of sugar in my morning tea. So, so I have the biggest take back from today's session. So with this, I think so let's open the questions to the crowd.
We have someone back there in orange.
To gain weight.
Strength train. Strength train because it will also increase your appetite because you're you're breaking down your muscle cells, and that will make you eat more nutrition and increase the protein intake in your food.
Hi, Yasmin.
Hi.
I'm Lavina. And when you were categorizing, I have kept myself in the steadfast because I am doing regularly my exercises since years. But sometimes I get depressed because it's not showing in the weight. Weight is not decreasing, strength has increased. I do planks, everything. Means I'm not saying that up to that level, but at least I'm finding fit and strong. But
Lavina, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Lavina, what is your goal?
My goal is to be healthy.
Are you sleeping better because you exercise?
Yes, I sleep for at
Do you
least
feel
7 to 8 hours.
amazing? Do you feel more energetic?
Yes,
Do you have any aches or pains in your body?
little bit, only back.
Okay,
That is
but any
spinal.
muscular aches and pains?
No.
Do you feel hungry at the time that you're supposed to eat food?
Yes.
What can you describe besides this? What is health?
No, that's why. But why the weight is not decreasing? That is my
Because that
nowadays,
depends on the caloric intake and deficit.
Okay.
So you
because-
need to change the way you eat, my friend, if you're exercising regularly.
Yes.
But if your food is not complementing the exercise, then you're getting all the health benefits, but you're not seeing a decrease in weight.
Weight.
Because to see a decrease in weight, you have to create deficit.
Okay.
So you need to see a nutritionist. You need to figure out, do I eat sugar? Am I eating a lot of food? Am I not eating enough food? Sometimes it also happens when you don't eat enough. So with you, I would want to sit with you and understand what is your food. Do you eat regular intervals? Are you not eating for long hours because you work? Are you eating too much? Are you eating too little? There are so many factors that go into weight loss. But the main thing that you said was you want to be healthy.
Yes.
And because of your regular exercise, you've achieved the health aspect of it.
Yes. And one another question. As you said that we should do some variations. So like when we are going to our gym and all, so there I have found that they are concentrating on a day on a particular part. Like some days they make us do biceps and triceps, some day they make us do core. So can you just suggest that cross trainer?
Tell them for once a week to make you do a full body circuit.
Okay.
Yeah? And that will help mix it up.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks
Most
a lot.
welcome.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Right in front here. Hi. Thank you.
YASMIN is coming to Hyderabad?
If you call me, I'll come.
I mean to say, any studio body image is setting up in Hyderabad?
We are looking for a franchise partner in Hyderabad. As soon as we find one, we'll be here. If you can find me one, I'll be more than happy to connect with
Have
them.
you made any franchise plan? So please, you can share it to Ritu and we will come back
We
to you.
have a franchise deck. I will share it with Ritu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is protein needed on daily basis?
Prachi.
And if yes, what are the good options for vegetarians? I need to know that.
Protein is required for all of us, especially if you're a vegetarian, because you don't get it from meats. There are a lot of vegan proteins in the market. One of my favorite is this brand called Ace Blend. There is also another brand called Whole Truth Foods that has just come up with a vegan protein. So try those. They're really good.
Thank you.
And anytime you don't like a vegan protein, just put half a banana in it to give it some taste. Because remember, when it's vegan, it's not going to taste as good as when it's whey. So just put half a banana and your protein, or strawberries and your protein, and it does the trick. Or a teaspoon or a tablespoon of peanut butter. Ace Blend and Whole Truth Foods. Whole Truth Foods, yeah. Sorry?
So which sugar she makes?
Jaggery sugar. jaggery sugar. You get jaggery, powdered jaggery now. But make sure to see that it's organic because the other jaggery is also processed. So you beat the purpose of no sugar. You even get date sugar, but it's too sweet. So there are, I mean, even if you use a piece of jaggery, melt it and put it, jaggery syrup, pure honey, they're good options for sugar. But everything in limitation. Not 2 spoons of sugar. Any kind. Any kind. It's like you're. Yeah, I'm speechless.
Thank you.
Unless you're doing very, very heavy workouts which require your body to take that kind of protein, I think 1 scoop of protein is good enough for us in a day. Sorry? After your workout. After your workout. It's also okay to have protein first thing in the morning. It just, see again, it's very, very individual because everyone's digestive system is very different. So you have to figure out what works for your digestion. For some people, having protein on an empty stomach doesn't work. It causes acidity. It causes a lot of problems. For some people, it doesn't make a difference. So it's very individual how your body absorbs. So what I would say is you need to try it out for yourself at different times of the day and see when is the best time for you to have protein.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Just one question. I want your take on fat first. How well does it support your body?
It's called fat adaptation. So it's like you can have a teaspoon of coconut oil or a tablespoon of pure coconut oil or white butter. I do that and it works for me. Again, it doesn't work for everyone. So it's a trial and error. If you do it, I've been doing it now for about 6 years. And it works, not even 6, I think 8 years. And it works wonderfully for me. But a lot of my friends, it doesn't work. It causes acidity to them to have fat first. So again, it's very individual. It's something you should try out for yourself. If you feel like it works, then it's great. If you feel like it doesn't work, then try something else.
Okay. Thank you.
I know a lot of my answers are tried out because there's no magic pill that you can have and it solves all our problems, right? Because all our guts are different, all our challenges are different, all our lifestyles are just different. The food you eat in Hyderabad is very different from the food you eat in Mumbai. So our culture is different. We have to try it out for ourselves to see whether we feel good or we don't feel good. If we're not feeling good and we're still forcing ourselves to do it, it's going to be very short-lived. That's why if it feels good, it's meant for you.
Thank you, Yasmin. As we come to the end of this wonderful evening, could I kindly request everyone to please remain seated as I invite Ms. Priya Gazdar, Senior Vice Chairperson, Flow Hyderabad Chapter, to deliver the vote of thanks, and Ms. Mansi Vupula with the autograph sheets. Could I also kindly request all the members who wish to get their books signed to please queue up on the right-hand side of the dais, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Prachi. Good evening, everyone, and so many takeaways in just 60 minutes. Yasmin, it was a deep dive, apart from being a deep lunge that we call it today. Your emphasis on the integration of our mind, body, and soul, and the importance of consistency over intensity in fitness regimes have given us so much to ponder over and incorporate into our daily lives. These tips are not just guidelines, but powerful tools for a fitter and healthier me. Thank you for steering us all in the direction of how to make conscious choices towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. For enabling us to bring this session to Flow Hyderabad, I'd like to thank our premium platinum sponsors, Kaveri Seeds and Shiv Narayan Jewelers. Kudos to the event and working committees for organizing yet another seamless session. The questions we all raised and the enthusiastic participation shows how genuinely interested we all are in adopting a healthier lifestyle. So all the best in your fitness journey. And as for myself, I hope the next time Yasmin is here, I'll raise my hand for all the right reasons. And now do join us for tea, but I feel sad for the dessert counter today. Maybe it'll be deserted.